Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year. The cool fronts are coming in.
Yeah.
The deer are running around going crazy. I'm usually in a tree stand every chance I get. The leaves are falling. I love this time of year. And so what I wanted to discuss today is some superfood fall foods that you can eat now that are in season and that are super nutritious and very delicious at this time of year. So eating foods that are in season usually means that they're more nutritious, they're fresher, they taste better. So if you kind of know what's in season at the time, then you can get the best stuff. And but the term superfood has kind of become a cliche over the last, I guess, about decade. If you bottle a supplement and put superfood on the front of it, people are going to buy it, no matter what's actually inside it. And if you can get your product or your food labeled as a superfood, it will absolutely explode. So that term's became a little bit overused. And I mean, look at what happened to quinoa. This used to be a simple crop grown way up in the Andes Mountains by farmers that pulled their plows with animals. And now they're all buying John Deere tractors and building huge homes because of the explosion that quinoa has gone through. And so these people went from dirt poor, and now it's a quote superfood. And now they're training John Deere tractors up to the top of the Andes Mountains. So it's quite a story.
Look at kale.
Yeah, kale. Right.
Who ever heard of kale a few years ago?
Right. Yeah. And when actually regular romaine lettuce has more nutrition than kale does, but kale was the quote superfood. So kale would never exist if it hadn't got labeled as a superfood.
Marketing.
Yeah, it is. And so, but the term superfood is characterized by having high levels of beneficial nutrients like antioxidants, protein, fiber, healthy fats, or vitamins and minerals. And so you can get more bang for your bite if you choose superfoods that are in season, meaning they're fresher and more nutritious. So today I have several superfoods that are just now coming into season, and I wanted to remind everyone to add them to their plate this time of year, because this is the time of the year that you can get these sort of winter or fall foods that are super good for you. And the first one on the list we have is cauliflower. Cauliflower is a cruciferous vegetable, and cruciferous vegetables...
Can you cover it with cheese?
However you can eat it is fine. It doesn't matter. But these are disease fighters, cruciferous vegetables, and they're widely known to be rich in vitamins and minerals, excellent source of fiber, and this surprised me, omega-3s. I didn't realize that cauliflower quite had the level of omega-3s till I started looking at this yesterday, so I was even surprised by that. And cauliflower has major anti-inflammatory properties. And remember, what's the precursor to almost all chronic disease? Inflammation. Yeah. Correct. And systemic inflammation. And cauliflower is very anti-inflammatory. It's also thought to fight cancer and balance minerals and body pH. Now, if you're not a fan of cauliflower, that means that you're just not fixing it right, because the cauliflower is one of the most versatile vegetables there is. I even make it like mashed potatoes sometimes.
Yeah.
So you mash it up just like you would mashed potatoes, and
some people put gravy on top of it.
Right.
No,
Absolutely.
instead of rice, use cauliflower.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other way that I fix cauliflower, did this not too long ago, is you make steak. So what you do is you take the head of cauliflower and you slice kind of a thick slice off that looks like a steak. It's a thick, about maybe a half or an inch thick, and it's round.
Okay.
And then you cook it just like you would a steak. You season it up and you put it on you season it up and throw it on the grill just like if it were a steak, and it's fantastic like that.
It holds together?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it sure does.
For real.
And especially if you slice where the stalk is in there, so it makes like a thick slice of it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, it's fantastic like that. I mean, you can broil it, you can bake it, you can put it on the grill, use a little organic butter on it. It's fantastic like that. And sometimes I think if people would just think out of the box a little bit and try new recipes, they wouldn't think healthy food is boring and bland. Because it's not in my house, I promise. I mean, but I can tear it up in the kitchen. But cooking healthy.
You should do a Dr. Kevin cookbook.
I'd love that.
I'd buy it.
Well, I have one about halfway finished.
Oh, for real?
So, yeah, really. So
look at you.
Yeah, I really do. So, but experimenting with something other than your rice and gravy every night, or eating the same 10 things. try something different. Think out of the box, and even if just add it as a side dish. And if you don't like it, it's not like you ruined the whole meal.
Right.
And if you do like it, then you can make it as your main dish next time. But there are literally millions of recipes online for these things. So, most of them are pretty good. So when someone says, well, I don't like vegetables, I just look at them kind of funny. I just have to turn my head, like a dog where you blow a real high whistle and they kind of cock their head to, they cock their head to the side. Like, what is that? I mean,
or kind of how Steve, it's kind of like how Steve Wiley looks when you tell him you're out of beer.
Yeah. That kind of strange, confused look.
Confused look. Yeah.
I mean, there are thousands of healthy vegetables fixed hundreds of thousands of different ways, and you don't like any of them. It's just like such a sort of a closed-minded statement. And so if they would open their mindset and allow them to try some different ways to fix these healthier foods, we tend to eat kind of what we grew up eating. Mm-hmm. And we get into this little box of foods that we prepare. Break out of it. Try something that may be good for you and fix it in different ways, and it's actually good. Have fun with it. So when we get back, I have several other healthy superfoods that are in season right now that I want you all to try. So stay tuned. I think I have 4 others whenever we get back.
Fantastic.